MBL versus the VIPER, man. Two really, really high elo players, both from Norway.
Yep, that is correct. And both playing Eagle Warrior civs. So let's see what the plan is to start. We're seeing an archery range from the VIPER. And what are we seeing from MBL? Mega walls.
He's
Mega
going for the walls.
everywhere.
He has a couple eagles out as well. VIPER will have the advantage of 11% faster producing Raxes in all production buildings. But he's going for archers as well. He's adding those into the mix. MBL, though, does start with an extra villager, so that's going to be a slight little eco bonus. If you're wondering, why does he have one more vill? It's the Mayan bonus.
Oh, starting with one extra vill, it's pretty good.
Oh.
It just allows them to justify these walls, and also Mayans get their walls for a bit cheaper as
Yeah,
well.
it's half off, but
So-
this eagle just manages to enter into the base, sees what's good, might kill this villager here, but Mr. MBL is sending his own eagle after. And we don't want to leave any villager undefended. So, excellent.
Exactly. And archers are coming forward, but MBL with the mega walls, is he going to be walled in the back? That's
This
going to be a bit of a
not
problem.
looking so good for him. I don't think there's a hole here, but with a market, he's going to try. He's investing 1, 2, 3 villagers into walling here. So he's going to need to make gates here and another one and a house. And he does it. Woo-hoo-hoo. Heart racing, but MB does it. Meanwhile, VIPER is adding a market, so he could be looking to sell his stone to catapult himself into the Castle Age.
Exactly. And he might want to build some catapults forward, aka mangonels, because there are some pretty ugly hills outside of the MBL base. And if MBL is just going to sit behind walls, VIPER is going to come in and kill those walls.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, this is also personal because MBL is playing as yellow.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of unusual to see VIPER versing somebody playing yellow, so yeah, you're
that's
right.
true, but VIPER is the higher seed, ergo facto must be the blue player. That's just how the rules work. Mr. MBL, could he get a kill? No, but he did. He did harass in terms of idle time a little bit. VIPER's working at 88% efficiency though. Remember, these Aztec villagers do carry +3 more resources, and they started with a little bit more gold as well. So, economy for Aztecs, not too shabby.
Exactly. Even though Mayans has been up 1 villager this whole time, it's like MBL's invested so much into walls, he's not really ahead economically. And this gate in the back of MBL's base is gonna get broken by eagles at some point.
Oh yeah, I mean, he does have a villager not too far away, but walking there, if we have like 10 eagles attacking this, I don't think we'd make it in time.
Yeah, exactly. So
but he is, yeah, he's gonna just wall with some houses here, and his housing price, he's not gonna get housed. MBL's a little bit of a meme that he's always getting housed, but not right now, not anytime soon. And these archers, they have fletching, so they can kind of reach the villagers. But we're trying our best to get these houses down. VIPER is on his way to castle. He'll be there 40 seconds faster or so. And he's got military, he's got archers, he's got eagles, and he's doing a great job of using his army to annoy. But what is this wall that he's... Oh my goodness, both are going to have very ambitious walls. Disgusting.
Yeah, now this villager in the east
with the eagles?
Kind of getting killed here. Yeah, she's definitely gonna...
She didn't make it. Tears.
Yeah, not even VIPER can quick wall that one.
No,
not
he tried. Now
eagles.
he has to look at this, the quick walls of shame, you know? A reminder of what he could not have done. But he is down 4 villagers, but he will have Castle Age first. No stone, so not an option for him to be adding town centers right off the bat. So he's going to need to come with the forward aggression for sure, and he's going to be switching into his Eagle Scouts into Eagle Warriors.
Yeah, but MBL is not going full all in with these eagles because he only has 2 barracks. So yeah, he's gonna make some eagles, but he's not gonna try and kill the VIPER here. He's just gonna make a few dudes, probably expand his economy. Oh wait, no, he's going for a castle. He's gonna go plumed archer.
Yeah, he's got 8 villagers on stone. He's been mining away like it's no one's business. I'm assuming it's gonna be a defensive castle. Oh, he's dropping a TC here. Okay, helping out his cause with the villager count. Viper's idled a little bit more, but nothing too significant in terms of his TC time. And these eagles are getting cleaned up by Viper's eagles. Efficiency, still pretty tight, 81 to 80%. Both villagers are working well.
Yeah, Eagle's getting in for the Viper. I don't think he's gonna... he might get one.
Oh!
No, nice save, nice save.
That was a this man. It's his lucky day. Time to go take some risks on the stock market, you know? Well, maybe not, but we have a TC finally coming down for Viper, so his boom is going to be really behind. MBL already has 3 TCs, and he's got 12 on food, so you'll need to add seed some more farms to keep his TCs rolling. But if he's going to be going for primarily plumes, then it's just going to be a wood and gold units, and he can keep his food into upgrades and villager production.
And MBL he's gonna get the castle after the TCs, which is definitely the better approach here. He just made a few eagles in the start of Castle Age just to put a little bit of pressure, just to prevent Viper from maybe going forward with a siege workshop, something like that. And then he's just booming behind it. So the fact that Viper got in and saw the TC was actually really big scouting information, because now Viper knows that MBL is just booming. And he knows that MBL was on stone too because of the mining camp. So
exactly.
he knows everything that he needs to know. Yeah, exactly. So Viper's going to be able to just add TCs here. He knows that plumes are going to come in, so he can prepare what he wants against that. And yeah, the Eagles are in the top though, and MBL.
Well, the castle is coming down. I don't think it's going to go up, and we could have quick walled, but the time for that I think is over. So that's pretty big damage, and a villager goes down, but not the good kind of going down. And we tried to do the house, but it it's
MBL just did not even think for a second that those eagles were getting in, because he thought he was walled, so he wasn't even looking at that. Like, he was looking at something else completely, because he's like, why would eagles get in? That's just a disaster.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, Mr. Viper, he does have 6 eagles knocking on the door, but we don't have any ranged units nearby, so the villager can just re-wall and be all fine and dandy. We do have these two eagles still being annoying, forcing MBL to send some of his own army, and he really wants to get this castle up, but delaying it for this long makes MBL's army numbers so bad. He's got 0 on wood, or he had 0 on wood for a while. No military numbers, right? He's got 3 eagles and a dream.
MBL is gonna be okay. Oh man, he left one of the eagles forward, but yeah, he is gonna be okay just because he got such a good advantage from the early game, adding those TCs earlier. So losing a few villagers doesn't end the game, but it does put him in a bad position. Now he has enough for another castle, so honestly, he's gonna get his plumes out pretty quickly here, and hey, he's gonna be able to assemble an army, and the eagles are gonna struggle against the plumes once there are enough of them out.
Well, yeah, we're trying to go for the double castle here. Double plume production with 8 on wood. I mean, he has fletching, so we need to pick up Bakken at some point in time, and ballistics obviously will be wanted. In the meantime, we do have some monks, and Viper already has collected 3 relics.
Viper, he has map control, so what do you do with map control? You take relics, you
take them. We take those. And, yeah, he has also these 3 eagle warriors just chilling in the west corner, ready to pounce. Yep,
they're just waiting for their time to shine. I bet that Viper uses those when he does something else.
Oh, the eagles on the other side of MBL's base. We sent a villager to Stonewall, but she didn't make it in time, and she dies too. She pays the price. Oh, well, Viper has an option. Does he continue to push? He has castles to need to deal with, so I guess he doesn't want to throw away his eagles like that, especially because they don't have any defense armor and only with forging. But MB, sending his little plume mass, tries to defend.
And plumes, they are pretty good against the eagles here. Just they have the movement speed. These guys, they have +1 against infantry as well, so they're gonna get that extra bonus damage. And
Viper imping.
Viper imping. So Viper, He's gonna have the much better imp time here because he didn't invest into 2 castles. He didn't even get scale mail on his eagles.
No,
so
no,
like...
that was too precious here. And he's picking up
Yeah.
his 4th relic. And Aztec relics are really special because they do generate 33% more gold per relic. So it's like he has more than 5 relics in his monastery right now.
Exactly, and if Viper can get a more forward castle, he can start trebbing. He probably won't be able to, though, with these plumes out, but that's the dream, is if he gets one forward and he can just start trebbing right away. But yeah, he might need one at home. Looks like we're going to be seeing Aztec Eagles, just full Eagle spam with +4 armor. That's gonna just be insane.
Yeah, so the plumes are here to deal some damage, and the eagles did manage to get in there, and they killed a villager that was seemingly walling in. So it's not the first time that Viper had some trouble with this corner. This corner causing us a little bit of a headache, but now the plumes are in, the eagles are in. I don't know if MBL is expecting Imperial for Viper right now, because he just invested into ballistics, which just came in.
Yeah, one thing about going in with the plumes is that MBL knows, or sorry, Viper knows where the plumes are, so Viper knows that he can go for this forward castle, no problem. And he even gets some plumes in the middle of the map. This is looking a little bit dicey for MBL. MBL is going to have to actually just kill all of these eagles for free somehow, and kill Vills. I mean, he is going to kill some of these eagles here, but is it going to be enough?
Yeah, he's hitting and running. He's doing what needs to be done. His eagles are trying to tank, but actually, hold on. Maybe Viper's eagles are busy trying to kill the plumes, and that's giving MBL a little bit of an opportunity to engage. Maybe we're trying to find the bright side of the situation, but Viper in imp, and wheelbarrow is in as well, so that's going to be a nice little boost to his economy.
And once the plumes get to the hill, the eagles just disengage. Plate mail is coming in, and once plate mail's in, the eagles are just gonna run back in and just kill these plumes because it's such a huge bonus. Just having 3 + 4, that's 7, and plumed archers only do 7 damage, so they're only doing, well, 1 + 1 is the bonus. Like, it's just the plumes are doing nothing basically. So,
well, I mean, they have 16 kills between them. A lot of it military, only 1 economy. So it's not like they didn't do anything. But MBL is now on his way to Imperial Age. And I don't know. I mean, he's idling some TCs. So that's something. It's 9 villagers not working. But both efficiencies here is around 63, 66%. So it's not like one has a crazy eco score over the other. And the villager count looks pretty even as well. Right, 94, 91. Not too shabby as Viper adds his 4th TC between a woodline and some gold. Double castle, too, in the center. Whew.
Yeah, that's the main issue for MBL is the positioning in this game. So these 2 castles, this is like the perfect area on the map to take. And Viper just owns the best hills in the game right now. So it's going to be really hard to push through that. One thing to be said is that Aztecs do not get masonry or hoardings or architecture. So their castles are some of the weakest in the game. But it's still going to be hard to push into that area. Treb already coming down here. It's on the hill as well, so this castle from the MBL is going to be in danger, and MBL has no way of pushing back at the moment.
Yeah, MBL has 45 seconds, needs to survive before he gets into Imperial Age. He's running these villagers out of here. They don't want to die. None of these civs get BBCs though, so it's not like we can BBC this one out.
Exactly. This castle's probably going to have to be given up. Not even worth it to repair at this point because it's on the low ground, so you're just going to be spending so much.
Once you have the high ground, then it's good to keep it.
Yeah, but Elite Eagle Warrior coming in, and that's an additional Pierce armor on these things.
Oh, yeah, it's in the 5 seconds away. The plumes are nice, and remember, the resources for Mayans do last a little bit longer than they do for other civs as part of their eco bonus. But late game, I guess Aztecs kind of have a similar situation that late game, they don't really have a mobile trash unit. They don't have cavalry scout. They don't have any cavalry. They don't have stables. So both need gold late game, and Viper with 5 relics as Aztecs is really, really nice. Adding a 3rd castle in the middle here just to secure that area. And some eagles raiding a woodline that MBL just doesn't even bother to save.
It's like MBL he's just really stuck in his base, and he's stuck in like the low ground in his base too. There's just hills around his base, and Viper controls all the hills. And here comes the Eagle Flood.
Yeah. Well, we did wall them in a little bit here, which is something. But MBL's Eagles are still just warriors, not elite warriors, and elite is coming in 35 seconds. El Dorado, as far I can tell, is not yet in. It's pretty pricey. It is the gold unique tech for the Mayans. It gives the Eagles 40 extra HP. So that's something. I mean, we'll get plus 5 HP from the Elite Eagle upgrade, but I mean, obviously 40 is a greater number than 5.
A lot of players like to get El Dorado before Elite Eagle as well, because it does help them more in a straight up fight. The Elite Eagle Warrior, it gives them +2 attack, gives them an extra Pierce Armor, and it gives them 5 extra HP. But 40 extra HP is just a lot of HP.
It's a lot of HP for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Viper has the better Eagles right now. He's got the upgrades, all the defense here for them, and he does have also 3 Trebs forward. He's building lots of Raxes. He's going to continue with the Eagles. The Plumes are trying their best.
But it's kind of over because MBL has no economy anymore. So
no, yeah, it was rough around the edges. And Viper with a really, I mean, the quick Imperial play was very nice for him. And MBL tried. I think it was the Eagles coming in and delaying this castle was huge. And I think that's when it really swung into Viper's favor. But Vipey gonna take the first game here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, MBL, he just did not expect those Eagles to come in. He thought he was walled and just didn't quite get the walls down, and then didn't get the plumes out fast enough because the castle got delayed. That led to plumed archers not killing villagers early, and Viper just playing super, super solid. Like, Viper didn't even wall. He kind of half-heartedly walled one side, but then the front was completely open the entire game. So MBL just couldn't really make the damage.
Yeah, no, he couldn't. It's I mean, I maintain that Mayans are really strong late game before they run out of gold. That's a little caveat there, but let's take a look at the statistics. Military, Viper. Economy, Viper. Technology, Viper. Society, Viper. Total score,
Viper. Also Viper. Wow. Yeah.
I mean, we had military throughout the whole game. Here we had almost nothing for MBL. So Viper really, really prioritizing that military. Buildings producing 11% faster, getting those numbers out, getting the kills in, the raids in. A beautiful masterwork.
Exactly. And also snagging all 5 relics.
That was clever indeed. 2k extra gold for that. Not too shabby. Slightly faster castle, a lot faster imp. And Mr. Vipey feeling good as he should. 23 more villies, paying the billies, clickies in all the right places. Viper feeling pretty confident as he goes into game number 2, which is going to be MBL's home map.
MBL's home map is Outcrop. Now, we haven't seen Outcrop yet, so I am curious to see how it's going to play.
We have seen Outcrop. Outcrop. I keep saying Outcrop. Outcrop. I believe in the first set.
Once in the first set? Okay, well, that was like
that was years ago. So, that was eons ago.
I don't remember stuff that happened 8 hours ago,
Exactly. Aztecs wrecking, Mayans getting wrecked. Vipey, Outcrop, let me think. I think Britons. I think it's going to be Britons.
Well, we are already in, so...
Oh, shoot. Is it Britons versus Hindustanis? Tatars. Britons,
you
Tatars.
You were close, but no, it's Ethiopians, Hindustanis.
All right.
Here we go. So game number 2 on Outcrop. Oh yeah, we did. I remember this one now. Yeah, we saw this one. This is actually yeah, this is an epic map. Okay, so MBL is walling. He doesn't quite see, but this wall is a little silly looking. But anyways, MBL loves his walls.
He does. He does. Let's just get in here. The game. You can keep talking.
Yeah, so...
And we'll catch up.
Basically, all of the gold in the stone is in the west and the east, so you pretty much have to expand to these low ground areas on this map. And, like, the good wood is in the center, but the mines are what are really important on this map. There are a lot of them, so you can pretty much, like, sneak mines a lot of the time. So that's probably what we're going to be seeing. Just aggressive TCs in Castle Age. MBL he didn't scout properly, so he's just kind of like walling super crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to go woodline of woodline. If you're wondering why we can't wall here, so it's not allowed on this little stony surface. VIPER playing as Ethiopians, not surprisingly gonna go for archers. They do have a very strong feudal archer play, arguably perhaps the strongest archers in the game, as they do fire 18% faster. So that is not shabby.
And what are both players opening here? We're seeing
skirms.
Yeah, Viper with archers, and we're seeing the skirms.
Hindustani
from
player
MBL.
with the skirms.
Yeah.
Yep. We also have the thing on these little lower lands. There are sheep available, so if you scout them, and Viper did, he can bring home some sheepies. So that's 4 more sheep that he's bringing home. And MBL, I don't know if he got that bonus here. He has not scouted any of the lowlands, so it seems unlikely. He's going straight to Viper's base, just gonna scope out the scene. Skirmishers are more of a defensive unit, so I'm assuming he wants to make a couple of skirms for defensive purposes and wall up and try to get to castle and take this into the Castle Age, but Viper will be there first, it seems.
Yeah. And neither player really opting to actually attack in Feudal Age. I guess it is kind of easy to get the walls up in the early game, so it is kind of hard to do damage. Viper gonna go for a little crossbowman attack, probably gonna add TCs afterwards, maybe one on the low ground, maybe one on a wood line. We'll see what he's feeling here. And yeah, just being up so fast. With Ethiopians, they start with an extra 100 food and 100 gold,
Exactly,
which really helps.
And they're going to benefit from that when they reach the next age as well. Not to mention their spear going to be upgraded to a pike for free.
Yeah, that is good to point out as well. And pikemen going to be pretty good against Hindustanis if the Hindustanis player wants to
Exactly. I mean, it's
play
just going to be one,
towards
but
scab.
no big deal still. Viper now trying to get his walls down. He will have a slight advantage of 30 seconds or so, and that should be enough time for him to pick up Botkin and crossbow. And then he'll be rocking and rolling, ready to go.
MBL for getting double bit axe until now is maybe
It's a little painful. It's a little painful. We can't lie. The good news, though, is he does save some food from the cheaper villagers.
Yeah.
Which is something.
But still.
And he still has
He definitely would have rather had double bit at this point.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure that was a mistake. Yeah. But anyways, I like the skirm play. We'll see if it pays off here. Hindustanis, if Viper ends up going for a TC on the stone, then going towards Gulam, maybe skirmisher play is not the greatest, but skirmisher is going to be great in early Castle Age here.
Exactly. It will be a little bit pricey to upgrade to elite skirmishers. It's 230 wood that I'm not sure you'll be able to afford right off the bat, but this is a great opportunity for him to jump on this army before the crossbow and Botkin upgrades come in.
Yeah, unfortunately, MBL didn't even have fletching there, so without fletching, he can't really do too much. But,
yeah, he's also adding a range in his Hindustanis. That makes sense. Probably we'll see the Shravamsha riders. They are the ones that can dodge some projectiles, which is pretty nice. And now MBL needs to migrate this wood line. It's kind of thin. It's not very girthy. And Viper is going to cause some idle time. Mr. MBL's efficiency dropping here to 72%. Not ideal.
So, Hindustanis. Oh yeah, MBL's Hindustanis. I said Viper was gonna make Gulams, but no, he's Ethiopians. I get them mixed up because MBL's playing as yellow. It's really weird. But anyways, we see the elite skirmisher upgrade coming in with Bodkin arrow. Looks like MBL wasn't sure.
Why do I always think Hindustanis have Shravamsha riders? They don't. No.
They don't.
They don't. Ellie, it's been 7.5 hours of casting. Got me a break, eh?
It happens, but yeah, I mean, adding the Siege Workshop, he's gonna make a Mangonel, but you don't really want to go Mangonels and Skirms, because guess what that dies to is Knights.
Oh, yeah. And Ethiopians, they don't get Bloodlines, and Hindustanis don't get Knights, so.
Yeah, but the thing is that Ethiopians Knights, they still get +2 armor, so they can still dive stuff.
Yeah.
Without any armor upgrades here, honestly, they kind of die to skirms, but, well, there aren't that many skirms. So.
Yeah, you make some valid points here, and investing 230 resources into elite skirmishers pretty much delays the addition of a town center, so MBL is just now adding a town center here on the lowlands, and Viper's already added 2 TCs, and he is rolling in the proverbial dough being villagers. He's got 2 more.
Yeah. Yeah, MBL just being pressured like crazy here. Another Mangonel's gonna come out, so it really depends on what this Mangonel can get done for MBL.
Yeah.
If this Mangonel can just destroy everything, then he's completely fine. I think MBL is just gonna leave here. I guess he thinks he's probably done enough damage. He's just gonna relieve the pressure and not lose the units.
You mean Viper leaving? Yeah, Viper is leaving.
Yeah, Viper leaving. Yeah,
He's pulling out. He's also adding a town center on the stone. So I think maybe a castle could be on the horizon. And Shotel Warriors, the unique unit from the Ethiopians, really strong raiding unit. They're trained really quickly. They're a little bit like glass cannons, high attack, relatively low HP, but still, we like to see them. MBL, he has no stone income at the moment, and on this map, you can only get stone on the lowlands. So in your base, there's no stone available. So no opportunity to be making defensive towers unless you buy the stone if you don't have access to it.
Exactly, and looking at MBL's wood line, it's just not looking very nice. Like, he's long distance collecting this. He's gonna go for a TC on the wood because it's just, he would have had to replace that lumber camp anyways, so better to just get a TC.
And there he was buying that stone because he hasn't mined it. When it comes to eco upgrades, he's remembering his wood upgrade, which is really nice, and the Ethiopian has already gotten it a while ago. Some microing is going down. Mr. MBL trades a mango for another mango, but Viper is sending 2 more forward, and the skirmishers can deal versus the crossbows, but versus the mangonels, it's a little bit more sketchy. And here we have 2 camels. These guys do attack 25% faster, so they're pretty nice. But again, they lack the pierce armor. They have no defense upgrades. Could be very susceptible to damage from these Ethiopian crossbows that do attack a little bit faster themselves.
Yeah, exactly. The camels probably are just here to maybe clean up the knights that are running around potentially, but yeah, they're not going to be very useful against Ethiopian crossbowmen. So yeah, it's a pretty big investment to make those, and we're getting some Mangonel raids happening here. The Viper with the Mangonel on the bottom. Taking the bills
Denying
off
this gold from MBL is quite nice. He does have a TC on gold though, so it's not too much of an issue, and there is a relic right in his area. I wonder if a Mangonel or a siege workshop, a monastery could get dropped here. In the meantime, villager count slightly ahead for Viper with his 3 TCs, but MBL with 3 TCs himself. And the Mangonels from Viper still taking that hill advantage, still doing some nonsense. It's going to be literally an uphill battle for MBL.
Yep. So Mangonel's coming in, but that hill is just a bit ugly. 1 for 1 though. 1 for 1. That's gonna.
There's no repair villager here for Viper, so it's not like he can go for some repairs. And the crossbows finish that mango off.
That was okay for MBL.
Oh, skirmishers killing a monk. We say, get out of here, you old man. We don't like you.
Yep.
You've got that old man smell, which I know what it is. It's mothballs. The old people smell mothballs. I've cracked the case.
I'll trust you on that one. Anyways, we have skirmishers finding the crossbowman. This is a very, very good play for MBL. This is what he needs to get back in the game. Most of these crossbowmen are going to die here with pretty good micro, and he doesn't even have ballistics too, and he's still getting all the kills. So yeah, actually he's going to get them all. He's going to get the last one, but the Mangonel comes out at the worst possible time.
Oh, those poor skirmishers.
And
those poor skirmishers. And at the same time, crossbows are doing a little bit of jiggery pokery here at this town center, and could be a little annoying. It's only 4, but these 4 are still enough to be annoying. Mr. Viper not microing the situation, so he's just going to sacrifice these to the gods. And back at home, Viper is also wrangling Mother Nature as a wolf was attacking his villagers, trying to get some more gold. But he does have 1 relic secured, and he's making some more monks. 84 villagers, nowhere close to Imp, but we're working on it.
2 additional TCs
Whoa.
from MBL. So he's gonna say, I don't care about Imp. I'm just gonna make a lot of villagers and then get to Imp later.
That seems to be the plan.
Economy.
I mean, MBL is really good at surviving in the late game, and just building TCs everywhere is a nice way to do it.
Yeah. I like this play because, like, MBL, he's not in a position to really do any damage, and he's also a little bit behind economically. So why not just greed it up? Let Viper get to the Imperial Age faster, which is going to happen anyways, and just try and hold.
Yeah, 24 on food for MB. Vipey with 30, so he is certainly getting more food income sent his way, and he's only really making archers or crossbows. He's now adding some shotels, and I believe they're a relatively cheap, inexpensive unit. I don't think they're that costly in the food department.
Yeah. So let's see. I think the Viper, like, he's not really ready to click up. If he makes these Shotel warriors, he's not going to be able to go up. Like, he's making actually, Viper is staying in Castle Age.
Yeah,
here.
and he's getting armor too, and an attack for his Shotel warriors right now, and that's going to be an additional food cost for him. Meanwhile, MBL, his skirmishers, his mangonel, and his camels are in town, and they're saying, hey, 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 what's good? And villagers could get harassed here, poked and prodded a little bit.
Yeah, this is not necessarily the best army composition from MBL, but I guess he can't imagine that Shotel warriors are gonna come. Shotel warriors just clean up all of these units, unless a big bada boom comes down. But
yeah, he only has 6 Shotels, so is 6 Shotels enough to take all of this army?
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. With some upgrades. As long as the Mangonel doesn't do anything. It's kind of crazy.
Well,
that unit destroys all, actually. But where even are the Shotels, actually? Oh, they're cleaning up. Wow, some random CA. Some CA coming in.
Oh, yeah. Hindustani CA, sure, why not? But I think we saw the Shotel, so we know of the Shotel's existence now. MBL's thinking, all right, what am I going to do? He's making more skirmishers, and he's making more cavalry archers.
Well, the old Indians used to make pretty good CA, but Hindustanis do not have Parthian tactics, I believe. So they're lacking one piece of the puzzle.
The old Hindustanis? The old Indians? Do they smell like mothballs too?
Maybe. I don't know. I've never smelled them.
You know, I used to clean a yacht for this 87-year-old, and he had mothballs everywhere in his yacht. And then that's how I knew that was the smell.
All right. Well, you're very knowledgeable.
I'm very knowledgeable.
Another
town
TC
center
coming
down here for MBL. This is what, his 6th town center. My goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, MBL is just gonna be making all the TCs and just trying to boom it out. He already is full boom too, so maybe you should think about like going to Imperial Age. I don't know. He's gonna try and get a massive CA, but he doesn't want to let Viper get up too fast. Another TC.
Yeah,
he doesn't even care.
Goodness, a 7th town center. Viper has elite skirmisher on the horizon, and not a really big massive skirmishers. He only has 2. Which is not that crazy.
Yeah. Shotels might actually be a bit of a throw into CA. Honestly, like, Cav Archers can probably deal with them until, like, depending on numbers, obviously, but with eco resources, I think the CA should be good if they find a good choke point. And Viper's up. Wheelbarrow finally coming in for MBL.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's really, really late. Wheelbarrow. Viper doesn't have handcart, but he did have wheelbarrow for a while. And now Mr. MBL is going to have to deal with a castle on his forehead here in the north. And it's going to be a little annoying. He does see it. So I guess he'll be aware of it. But Mr. Viper is trickling in the Shotels, and now he's getting the raids in. We're trying to do some kills.
Yeah, I wonder if MBL is actually going to clue into this castle, though. Because if he does, he could stop it with his own counter castle. But if it's too late, he's just going to retreat. He doesn't realize there's only like 4 vills there.
Yeah, he doesn't see it.
Yeah, if he had seen that, he probably would have counter castled.
Yeah, maybe Viper was, you know, trying to do a dowdy there. Had some inspiration. But
Just for
yeah,
the
MBL
memes.
really unfortunate that he didn't see that, and he's just gonna retreat. In the meantime, in the center here of the map, there's some more Mangonel Micro, and MBL is really sharp with the Mango Micro, but those crossbows finishing it
Still
off.
doing the job. Yeah, exactly. And MBL, he's only a minute behind to Imp. Like, it's not too much time, so he should still be okay. This castle is a bit of a concern for him in the top there, but it's not the end of the world. This fight is kind of gonna go in Viper's favor though, so MBL's probably got to get out of here. And there's apparently 15 CA on the field, but where are they? Oh,
they're not really in a big mass. They're kind of well, hold on.
They're raiding though. They're raiding.
Oh yeah,
which is
they're
pretty
raiding.
key.
Oh, they got some
Yep.
really good encounters at the wood line here. But Viper still has
Yep.
129 vills, and he is now in Imperial. MBL is on the way. He'll be there in 1 minute. And then we have a castle that's gonna slowly but surely kill this town center. But in the meantime, that's not stopping MBL from using it as a villager production station.
And MBL, he's gonna be on like 150 villagers soon because he's gonna continue to make vills because he knows he's gonna lose vills,
Yeah.
but he's gonna have to give up ground and just keep expanding. And that's kind of his strategy to buy time.
Exactly,
It's just,
for
He
sure.
will lose vills, but he'll just replace them.
For sure. Ethiopians with siege engineers and torsion engines, oof, could be
Yep.
spooky for sure.
Instant trebuchets from MBL. He had his castle selected and he just like instantly was spamming that treb button as soon as he was up.
That
So-
definitely makes sense because we need to deal with this trebuchet. If we lose this castle, then a lot of eco is in trouble. But MBL is mining a lot of stone, so he's got enough to repair for a while if need be. And if he can get a mass, I don't know, archers and skirmishers, they will struggle to deal with trebuchets just because of the pierce armor they have. 150 pierce armor is crazy when the trebuchet is unpacked. Really wild.
Yeah. Now, bombard cannons are going to be coming in for MBL, though. That's his strat. Make bombard cannons, kill the trebs, kill the skirms, and then something after that. So, and sniping Viper's trebuchet got a little bit too close. So, wow. MBL is not dead.
No,
So
he's not
actually
dead, and
okay
chemistry
here.
is going to be in 1 second, and that's going to be really nice. And BBC is just an insta queue up right now for him as well. Not skipping a beat. He has 2 siege workshops here ready to go. Viper repairing his trebuchet because he does not want to lose it. He's got no wood though. He's got 50 on wood, but he's using it all, and well, you need wood to repair trebs, so that might be a problem, but I think he's stabilized right now. He has the Castle Age upgrade. Could use the Imp one as well at some point in time, and he also has BBCs on the field. So the thing with bombard cannons, they're 100% accurate versus stationary objects, and trebs sit in ducks.
Exactly, and both trebs go down. That could be a bit of a problem, but there are bombard cannons, but the ARBs are going to come in and clean up these bombard cannons because Arbalisters, they have enough damage output that they can kill them, and MBL doing a really good job keeping these bombard cannons alive.
Oh, yeah, and he does have a treb behind here as well. It was funny that he was only repairing the castle with like 2 villagers. It's like, I feel like 2 villagers against 3 trebs is like, why? You're gonna give yourself valuable seconds.
Yeah, I mean, every second does count in this kind of situation, so it actually does make a lot of sense. He knew he was going to lose it, but he wanted to buy just a little bit more time, and it might have been worth it. We'll see. As long as he doesn't lose this bombard cannon. I mean, he clicked his bombard cannons on the castle, and now he's losing a bombard cannon to the other bombard cannon.
Yeah, the Shotos are coming in here and doing some good raids for Viper as well, and they're elite Shotel warriors right now. He's got all the armor, could use a couple of attack upgrades, but the BBCs will have their work cut out. Mr. MBL going for what I like to call the Nilly Classic, the BBC Skirm.
Pretty strong.
It's a
unit
pretty strong
composition,
combo.
that's for sure. Yep. And against Ethiopians, what is Ethiopians going to do? They don't have the final armor on their cavalry. They don't have bloodlines. So honestly, skirmishers kind of can deal with Ethiopian Hussar to some extent. So,
and we do have
you know,
a very ambitious castle here from Viper. It's not too crazy in terms of taking MBL off resources, just a little bit of gold, but in between these two, we have what, like not even 100 gold there, but it will take out a monastery and some production buildings, and that could be a little bit annoying. Plus, obviously, pushing with Trebs from this vantage point could be great for him as well.
Yeah, the main thing is pushing with Trebs. Now, there is a 2-tile gap in the forest, so if he gets a Treb in that 2-tile gap of forest, it's going to be really sad for Viper. But we will have to check back.
Oh, yeah, that'd be kind of funny. I mean, on one hand, they'll be really safe from melee units.
Yeah, true.
That's something.
But, I mean, imagine he deletes the castle to get the Treb out. That would be kind of hype. But anyways, that's not going to happen.
Well,
But I doubt it that's going to happen.
Uh-oh. 2 more castles being dropped at home and royal heirs coming in 10 seconds. That means Shotels are going to be trained almost instantaneously. And there's already 11 Shotels on the field. And they are very angry, my friends. These Shotels, you can't underestimate them.
Yeah, well, you can pretty much just maintain all of your production needs of Shotels from like 1 castle once you get royal heirs. And so
1, 2,
basically
3, 4, 5 castles for Viper.
Yeah, I mean, Viper can just like have an army anywhere on the map that he has a castle at any time though. So it's super, super strong. And like Viper and MBL are both maxed out here. So it's either player's game. The main thing is that Viper, he set up the late game better because he went for the relics.
He's got the 4 relics, exactly. But villagers are going to be attacking Trebs, and they get one. We sent some villagers to clean a BBC, but Shotels cleaned it up instead. Will we clean up a second Treb? I don't think so. The Shotels are here, and look how they just cut through those villagers. Oh. This is a sad picture.
MBL's still on the back foot here. Skirmishers, Shotel warriors, everything coming in from the Ethiopian player. Now, what MBL probably needs to do is secure his gold in the top. Like, he can't lose that castle in the low ground there, but also he doesn't want to lose his main base. So
yeah,
it's like
it's a little bit of a balance act that he has to play with, and the Trebs are packing up and going on the road here. Could be really annoying if he loses this castle as well. He still has lots of skirmishers on the field. He's got 1 BBC, and he still has a dream. So we are holding on. MBL, meanwhile, making another castle. He's got 11 on stone, so he is mining the stone, and he's using it to build castles and repair castles. Vipey, though, 1,200 stone in his back pocket. His pants must be very large, but that could be more castles dropped.
Exactly.
Deeper and deeper into MBL's area.
Yeah, I think that all Viper is missing is a castle up to support his siege push in the top, because he lost that one, and then he's going to just have MBL just stuck in this corner, and MBL is not going to be able to get out.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so many resources he has, and once he exhausts them, there's nowhere for him to run. He's literally in his corner.
Yep.
Oh, he doesn't see that gold in the corner. That's kind of sad. It's right there.
Yeah, that's pretty
so
close.
Far.
Yeah. One thing that Shotels are bad at doing is running under castles. So, I mean, they can do it if you get underneath the castle and there's no murder holes, but it's like they do die pretty quickly to the castle fire.
Yeah, so the castle will defend, and we do also have some cavalry archers on the field. Hindustani cavalry archers, they're fully upgraded. Hold on, do they get Parthian tactics?
Hindustanis?
Yeah.
No. They
don't.
Yeah. Old Indians had it, but Hindustanis don't. So they actually don't get fully upgraded cavalry.
All right. Well, in terms of their blacksmith upgrades, at least they've got all the techs in. And the skirmishers, the numbers, we have the nums, and they're going to be able to clean up some of the Shotel warriors. But because they're trained so quickly, the numbers are still high. Viper's got 1,600 stone, 3K wood here. He's in a really strong position, and he also has a couple of skirmishers as well that will be very nice versus those cavalry archers. I think they're heavy cavalry archers at this state in the game, but ballistics is in for Viper, so it's not too much of a problem for him to catch up. And MBL's going to lose a castle if he doesn't repair quick. Oh.
But he can't. He has no res. He's got only 97 villagers. He doesn't have the unit count. And he just doesn't have an effective way to deal with the Shotel warriors running around. He has one massive CA, and it's a tiny 12 12er, and that's not really enough to deal with Showtells running
Well,
around
if he
everywhere,
makes
and they can only be in
more,
one place.
he'll have a baker's dozen, and they have 16 kills between them, so that's not bad.
This is true. This is true. But it's just not enough to kill the Showtells fast enough. Because the Showtells, they can spawn anywhere. They can spawn on the bottom. Viper just makes like 10 down here. They can spawn on the top, 10 up there. And the Cav Archers, just even if they can kill the Showtells, they just can't really chase them.
Yeah, the eco kill death ratio for MBL is insane. He's lost 129 vills. But because he's had a gazillion and 3 town centers, he's just able to make more. And they're Hindustani vills in him, so they're really discounted.
Yeah, exactly. That was MBL's strategy.
Yeah, he was prepared to lose them. He knew what he was doing. It was calculated. But Viper with the full control here, he's adding way more ranges. He just keeps sending those skirms in, adding some siege rams or cap rams, and that's going to be really difficult for skirmishers to deal with, and the cavalry archers as well, just to their pierce armor that they have. So great call from Viper.
And the game is over.
And it's all over. It's all over. You can't fault MBL for playing a little bit longer. This is a tournament here that's quite a lot of money on the field, so we really wanted to make sure we exhausted all of our options, and MBL played his little heart out, but Viper collecting the relics as he's done last game as well. Super strong play, adding the castles, insta Shotel warrior production, good pressure.
Yeah.
Well played.
Super solid play. Yeah, I think that both players played well, but the Viper just, he's able to take those little advantages, even just as something as simple as taking the relics early. He just does everything just slightly better. And I mean, MBL with his walling style gave up map control.
Yeah, the military economy, technology, society, stars all around. Military numbers a little bit better for Viper throughout the whole. Throughout the whole game, I think he had a slight advantage. Eco was looking really sharp, almost 30k more resources collected. Crazy. Faster castle and imp time. More villies despite having less town centers. And the clickies in the right places to boot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So
what
that's this series. Yeah, well, it's nice to see Vipers in shape. It just means that we're going to be seeing some even more hype games later on in this, in this tournament.
Indeed. Wow.
So, what do we have left? Was this the last one?
This was, I believe, the last set for the B stream. We can just look at the draft one more time. So we had Outcrop played from MBL's pick, and Ethiopians with a solid victory, and MBL struggled a little with the Hindustanis, but don't worry, children, MBL is still in the running to be America's next top model. He'll be in the elimination match tomorrow, and Viper advances into the quarterfinals. So congratulations.